The air was thick with summer heat, and the sidewalks of New Orleans were alive with music, chatter, and the smell of roasted peanuts from nearby vendors. Among the bustling crowd sat a little girl, no older than 12, hunched over a sketchpad on the edge of Jackson Square. Her hands trembled slightly as she worked, not from nervousness but from weakness. Her name was Lily, and she was fighting a battle far bigger than her small frame seemed capable of: cancer. Lily's chemotherapy sessions had drained her family's savings, and the bills continued to climb. Her parents worked long hours at a diner but still couldn't keep up. Instead of asking strangers for pity, Lily decided she would fight back in her own way. She loved art, and so she began selling small watercolor paintings on the street, vivid pictures of the city, of flowers, of anything that gave her joy in the moments pain couldn't steal. Each painting was marked with a small handwritten sign: "Art for Chemo, every dollar helps." At first, most people walked by without noticing. Some glanced at her and kept going, while a few kind souls dropped $1 or $2. But for every painting Lily sold, she felt a flicker of hope. She believed, somehow, that her brushstrokes might buy her more time. One hot afternoon, as she set her paintings neatly on the ground, her body betrayed her. She swayed and nearly collapsed before steadying herself. A woman in the crowd rushed over with a bottle of water, asking if she was okay. Lily smiled faintly, nodding. She had grown used to hiding her pain. If people saw her strength, maybe they'd believe in her fight too. And then, in the middle of the crowd, a tall man in a suit stopped. He wasn't someone who usually went unnoticed. His southern charm and calm presence seemed to shift the air around him. It was Senator John Kennedy, walking through the square after a community event. People recognized him, but before anyone could call his name, he crouched down in front of Lily's paintings. He studied them with an unusual seriousness, picking up one of her watercolor works, a picture of the Mississippi River glowing in the sunset. "You painted this?" he asked, his voice warm but steady. "Yes, sir," Lily whispered, her voice raspy. "I'm selling them to help pay for my chemo." The crowd that had begun to form around them grew silent. Strangers who moments earlier hadn't noticed the little girl now listened intently, their eyes shifting between her frail figure and the senator kneeling before her. John Kennedy looked into her eyes, and something in him softened even more. "These aren't just paintings, sweetheart. These are pieces of your soul. And they're worth a whole lot more than what you're asking." He reached into his jacket, pulled out his checkbook, and without hesitation began to write. The scratching of the pen seemed to echo in the hushed square. He tore out the check and placed it gently on her sketchpad. Lily blinked, confused, then gasped as "SH."